Hey everyone, I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. My name is Gautam and I am back with another exciting project using MakerBoard 3.0. Today, I'm feeling a little nostalgic. I recently saw a couple of kids in their geometry class trying really hard to draw shapes neatly, and it actually took me down to a memory lane. I was able to recall when I was sitting in my geometry class trying to draw shapes. I mean, for me, lines were super easy, squares were manageable, but circles were the most tricky one. I mean, drawing a perfect circle was a nightmare for me. And that is where I thought, what if we could build a robot that could teach us how to draw these shapes perfectly? And what if we could control that robot not through an application or a remote, but through some amazing gestures? For example, if I do like this, my robot automatically draws a circle. This is a square, this is a line, and let's say standing still is simply a stop. So that is what we are exactly going to do today. Today, I'll show you how to make an exciting gesture-controlled AI drawing bot. Alright guys, so let's see the project output, but before that, let's make sure we have the right connections. So your battery should go to bat plus minus, left motor should go to MP1, and right motor should go to MP2. Now ideally, this table should have a white chart paper mounted over it and the robot should move freely. But for the demonstration purposes, I'll be using a simple piece of paper. So let's connect the MakerBoard with the AMS software, and for that, let me just flip this switch, and at the same time, I'll click on the BLE connect. So now I can see that my bot is connected, and if I want to see a very simple shape, let's start with a circle. Let me just keep this over the paper. I'll just push this pen a little bit, and now I will make a circle gesture here. I'll hit the play button and let me make a circle gesture. So you can see that it's trying to make a circle. Isn't this amazing, guys? If I stop it, you can see that it made a circle, but the paper wasn't fastened, so it couldn't complete it. But we have a fair idea. Now let's try to make a line here. Let me just keep this here. Let me fasten this again a little bit. And now I will make a line gesture. So guys, here I have a clean line. I know that you guys are quite excited to see this project and want to know how did I exactly make this. So let's take a deep dive into my making journey and you'll have all your answers. This project is actually standing on three important pillars. The hardware part, which involves the robotic construction. The AI model training part, where I trained the model on a lot of gestures. And finally, the software part, which is the intelligence of this bot. So the hardware part is actually quite simple. All you have to do is make a simple RC car, which we anyways covered in the last video. So just go through the manual which you have received with the kit and you will find a very simple, detailed and a clean step-by-step guide on how to make a simple drawing bot. And just make sure you have a pen which is thick enough, which fits easily inside this groove so that you are able to draw things very easily when this bot moves. Alright, so the second important pillar is to train the AI model on different gestures, but first you have to sign in with the platform. And for that, let's quickly go to www.avishkaar.cc and hit enter, and let's quickly click on the sign in button. So basically this is the landing page that you'll get, and let's quickly write our phone number because this is the most convenient way to log in. Let's click on login with OTP and let's wait for the OTP now. Let me just see if I have got an OTP or not. Alright, so the OTP is 730100 and let's click on verify button. Next thing that we have to do is click on this AMS button, and after that you have to go to this AI and machine learning mode, MakerBoard 3.0, camera capture, and there we are in the software. To train your AI model, you'll have to click on the configure AI model, and instead of going into the images mode, we have to go to the hand pose mode. So let's name our model. Let's name it as drawing bot model, save, What is the first label? I want to train my model on line, and let's click on this plus button to add a couple of other labels. Circle is another one, square, and let's train it on stop as well. I think this is enough. Let me just delete this label 5, and instead of recording this for 6 seconds, I will be doing it for 10 seconds so that my model has ample number of samples. Next, let's first go to line and click on start recording. Just make sure you have an initial delay of 2 seconds. So let's click on start recording, and this is a line. So the beauty of this hand pose mode is it actually tracks all the landmarks which are there on your hands, so that model doesn't get confused between different gestures. Let's go to circle and let's click on start recording. Let's go to square. And for stop, all we have to do is simply sit still. Okay, so let's click on the train model. And it's time to test the model. So let's click on test model. Now you can see the gesture is none. This is 100% square. This is 100% circle. And this is 100% line. Amazing. And finally, coming to the last important pillar, which is the software part of it. For that, let's go to the project menu, open, and let's click on gesture bot. So I know that you guys don't have this code with you, but don't worry about it. I will share this code in the description of this video. It's actually a very simple code. In order to make a line, you have to make sure that your left motor is moving in anti-clockwise direction and right in clockwise direction. For a circle, both the motors should either move in anti-clockwise or clockwise. Stop is stop. And if you want to make a square, first you have to make a line for 4 seconds, and then let's rotate both the motors in anti-clockwise direction to make a right turn, and that too for 800 milliseconds. Now inside this my program block, I have a loop because I want to keep checking things continuously. If the detected label is a circle, so inside another repeat while loop, I'll continuously make a circle till the detected gesture is circle, which means that if I make a circle, it will continuously make a circle till I don't change this gesture. And same is the case for square as well, line, and if it detects stop, we have to stop, and if it's none, then also we have to stop. Alright, so like it said, with great projects comes great challenges. And this project had a couple of interesting challenges. So let's take a quick walk through them so that you guys don't get stuck while recreating this project. Challenge number 1, getting clean drawings. Initially, my drawings were really messy. For example, if my bot is trying to make a square, moving in a straight line is very simple. All you had to do is move your left motor in anti-clockwise direction and right in clockwise direction for 3 or 4 seconds, and this was very simple. The real challenge came when my bot had to take a right turn, and for that I had to figure out what was the perfect duration so that my bot moves in right direction, making it a perfect 90-degree turn. For me, it was 800 to 850 milliseconds, and this is something that I figured out by doing a lot of hit and trial, and it could differ for you guys as well. So you'll have to figure out by doing a lot of hit and trial. Challenge number 2, gesture confusion. Initially, my bot was getting confused in square, circle and line gestures because these are quite similar, and no matter how hard I tried, I was not able to get the perfect model. And the reason for that was very simple. I was doing all my model training into the images mode, and that was my biggest mistake. So I changed it and I went to the hand pose mode, because in hand pose mode, it is actually trying to track all the 20 to 30 landmarks that are there on your hand. And it was able to work perfectly after that. Challenge number 3, pen stability. Since this is a drawing board, selecting the right pen is quite important for all the drawings that you are making. For example, this is a thin pen, and no matter how hard I tried, all the taping and with all the fastening techniques, there was no way I was able to fasten this in the groove of the board because there was a lot of space around this pen. So I had to change my pen and I went for a slightly thicker pen. This pen was easily fitted into the groove, and with a little bit of taping, I was able to secure it, and all my drawings were perfectly fine after that. Alright, so there is this one more piece of information which is not exactly a challenge, but knowing it would be super useful for you guys. In MakerBoard 3.0, if you want to print something on the console in the AMS software, always make sure that your MakerBoard is paired via USB, not via BLE. When you are connected via BLE, you are not able to print anything over the console. This was quite handy to me because after I trained my model, I wanted to print those values in the console. But since I was connected via BLE, I was not able to print it. After a lot of research, I found out that if you want to print something over the console, you'll have to connect your MakerBoard and the AMS software via the USB pairing mode. Okay, so this was the AI controlled drawing bot. A simple robot that was able to draw a lot of shapes with no remote, no application, simply your hand gestures. But this is not the end. I have a challenge for you guys. Can you try to make the zigzag shape using this bot? Or maybe integrate the speech recognition feature into it. Or I have a better idea. Let's say you integrate the speech recognition feature and you say a word. For example, my name, Gautam. And the bot tries to write that. I mean, that would be insanely amazing. So this is some food for your thought. Now try to experiment with this and come up with your own version. Till then, this is your host Gautam signing off. Keep making, have a great day ahead. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.